Hey guys, this is our week 2 summary. So, week 2 summary. So, this week we looked at a few different things. There are 7 points that we're going to go through today. So, number 1, just wait for the computer to catch up. Number 1 is negative numbers. I'll try to write neatly for you. Number 2 is using arrays. Using arrays to multiply. Third thing we're going to look at is simplifying equations by collecting like terms. Fourth thing will be substitution. Of numbers for pronumerals. Okay, number 5, if that's what a 5 looks like, is solving equations. Six, running out of space, is writing algebraic expressions. Get a bit more page here. And finally, 7, the colour's not very good, is it? Let's go for green. 7, that's not good either. There we go. Nice one. 7 can be transposition. So let's look at 1 first. Negative numbers. So negative numbers here, the key thing we want to be able to do is understand rules for division and multiplication and understanding addition and subtraction. So to understand addition and subtraction, a really handy thing to think about is our number line. So we've got 0 in the middle, and so we've got 1, 2, 3, negative 1, negative 2, negative 3. 1, 2, 3, negative 1, negative 2, negative 3. So let's think about a couple of problems. For example, think about maybe 1 plus negative 2. So how do we do this? Well, first think about our addition. So we go, what's that color I was using? 1. Oh no. Oh well, that'll have to do for now. Oh no, that's right, I was using the first one. 1 and then negative 2. 1, 2. And we end up at negative 1. Next, what about something like negative 2 minus negative 1? So negative 2, and then we take away negative 1. So when we take away negative 1, it's the same as adding 1. So negative 1. And then another problem, what about minus 3 plus 4. So we go 1, 2, 3 plus 4. 1, 2, 3, 4 equals 1. So hopefully that gives you a bit of an idea of what's going on with adding and subtracting negative numbers. We can just move up and down the number line. And notice here, I chose to say minus, but a minus minus equals a plus. So that's this one here. Minus minus equals a plus. So it's just -2 plus 1, which we did in the yellow. -2 plus 1. Cool. So that was that first thing, A. And what about B? Rules for division and multiplication. So the rules here, I'll just kind of write them out for you. So like signs give positive. I'll make that a bit neater for you. Give positive. So that would be plus times plus, or negative times a negative. And unlike signs, give a negative. Give, this arrow means give, or this arrow means give. I don't know what that means. So that would be e.g. Plus times negative, or negative times a plus. So that's point 1. That was negative numbers. What about our second point here? So the second thing we did in the week was using arrays to multiply. So 2, using arrays to multiply. Let's think about an example. Let's take 67 times 24. Well, we can think about this in another way. We could think about it as 60 plus 7 times 20 plus 4, right? And now we can put this into an array as follows. We can take our 60 and our 7, now 20 and our 4, and kind of build a box, a multiplication box or an array in which to do this problem. So what's 20 times 6? 60. Well, 2 times 6 is 12, and then we've got our 10s there, or which 10 times 10 is 100. What about 20 times 7? Well, that's if 2 times 7 is 14, so we get 140. 60 times 4, 24, 240, and 7 times 4 is just 28. So this becomes, that's meant to be a 7. Might be a bit confusing later on. Okay, so this becomes simply 1200 plus 140 plus 240 plus 28. And that just equals 1608. So that's pretty simple. That's just using arrays. That's just using arrays to multiply. Oops. And that's just, yeah, that's all that is. So point 3 is simplifying equations by collecting like terms. Simplifying equations by collecting like terms. So let's consider another example. And the example in this case could be 2ab squared. So these are just variables. A and B are variables. We've got an a times a b squared here, plus 3a plus 4b minus 6a plus 5b squared a. And notice these are similar, plus 10. So there's one thing that I really like to think about whenever I'm doing algebra, and that's apples and oranges, right? And that means you can only combine like things. So this is our like terms, but I phrase it apples and oranges. So let's say, imagine with an M, imagine AB squared, which is the same as B squared A, is an orange. So let's think about how many oranges we have. We've got 2 oranges there, and another 2 oranges there, or another 5 oranges there. So that makes all up 7 A B squared, or 7 oranges. Now, we could now imagine A is for apple. Okay, so how many A's have we got? Well, we've got 3 A's there, but we've got minus 3 A's, minus 6 A's there. So we've got all up minus 3 A's. And again, we can think about our number line here. And we start off at 0, and we went plus 3. But then we have to go take away 6. 1, 2, 3, 5, 6. Add some arrows on there. And so we've got -1, -2, -3 is our final result. Then we've got a couple of other things. We've got 4b, and we've got 10. So b's we've already got our b's all collected, and we've already got our numbers all collected. So what do we end up with in the end? Well, in the end, the result we get is 7ab squared minus 3a plus 4b plus 10. And so what we did was simplified from 6 terms to 4 terms, which is really great. Okay, what was next? So we've looked at our negative numbers, we've looked at using arrays to multiply, we looked at simplifying equations by collecting like terms, and now substitution of numbers for pronumerals.